Welcome back. Welcome.
Ffion, Davies, welcome to the channel.
Thank you.
What's going on?
The rounds.
So you've both been in Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
how-
both went to Germany.
How was that? How was your seminars in Germany?
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. I'm very tired.
Where did you go?
I went to Munich, Nuremberg. I'm not saying that right. Nuremberg,
Nuremberg.
Nuremberg, and Paderborn, and then I went to
Nice.
Amsterdam. Oh, and Berlin. That's
Berlin.
Amsterdam's not. In
Fair bit of
Germany.
travelling. What did you think of the German cities? Do you like them?
Yeah, I really like Berlin.
Yeah.
It was very cool, very artsy.
Did you go out there?
I didn't. No, I don't have any friends. I was on my own.
Oh, you
It
went
would've
solo?
been sad. Yeah, I was on my own. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you normally go with a pal for the
No.
solo for the?
Sometimes I meet friends, but like in
Loser.
Amsterdam, I met my friends.
Yeah.
But in Germany, it was a solo trip.
Flanagan.
I went to Augsburg near Munich.
Yeah.
It was good fun. I enjoyed it. We watched the UFC.
Yeah.
We ate some food. I had duck, pork, and veal all on the same plate,
Man, what a
which
buffet.
is pretty sickening. And we had like a mac and cheese on the side. Then we had some potato dumplings, which were actually pretty sick. They were
Yeah.
like, it looked like anime food. Like you pull it apart, and it was like.
Was it the giant ball?
It wasn't like massive, but it was about the size of like a normal potato,
Yeah.
but it was all like stretchy.
Is this classic German cuisine?
Apparently, yeah, it was classic German. That's why I asked. I wanted some classic German cuisine, so they brought me to this place, and they were in like lederhosen and, you know, all that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
It was decent.
You weren't as impressed with the German cuisine. I was asking you. You were like,
I didn't say I was impressed.
Just had it.
I was
Just say it. Yeah, it was
Um,
filling.
I had the dumpling, the potato. It was a big ball like this, though, so I don't know if that was like what it's
Yeah.
meant to be like. And
Yeah.
then they ordered me a beer, and I was like, I don't drink beer. I'm a cocktail gal.
Yeah.
But I
In a
tried it.
stein.
Hmm?
In a stein.
It was like a
A pint glass.
a pint glass, I suppose. But I had a handle, so.
Most pint.
Oh, do they? Are they
Some
not?
some pint
Not-
glasses do. Not
I
all.
would say
actually.
most. Yeah, it's quite German to have the.
It is German.
It was
Yeah.
very like this sort of style.
Jolly.
No one was in lederhosen, so that was disappointing. And I had pork, and I don't really eat. I'm a recovering vegetarian, so
Yeah.
I was like, this just, and they had no chicken on the menu, so I was like, fantastic.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
ended up like eating nachos at a cinema.
Yeah, that was sad. That was a low point. Like I literally got in so late. Well, I didn't get in that late, but everything closed so early,
Yeah.
and like that's all I could find was a cinema. And I just walked in, got nachos, and then
That was
left. And they were like, "Well, you're not going to watch a film?" I was like, "No."
That is
Okay.
sad. You could have at least watched the film, to be fair.
On my own is
Just to
sad.
justify. Yeah.
Just to get the food.
To be fair, if you went to watch a film on your own, you'd probably just be on your phone most of the time. Like, just scrolling.
I like ran out in like embarrassment. I was like, "Don't look at me."
Fuck out of here. Fucking look at me.
They were like, "Do you want a ticket?" I was like, No, just getting nachos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's UFC there?
Yeah, watched it.
The fellas.
Watched, all of the matches, basically. I
All of them.
rarely watched, like, a whole UFC, but that was pretty good.
So you watched like prelims or just the main card?
Just the main card, yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't watch prelims.
What did you think of the Darush fight? Benil Darush.
Oh, yeah, that was good. Who
He's
did
a
he
stud,
have?
man.
He had, what's his name?
Sean. No, was it Brady? The Brady fella? Undefeated fella? No, that was a different fight.
No, he had someone I recognized anyway.
He knocked him out cold though, yeah? Did he?
He won a decision, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he
I
won a
watched the
decision.
highlight, man.
Yeah,
I should know
I
more.
watched the whole thing, but I can't remember who he's against. But the other ones I remember.
Yeah.
It'll come back to me, the Dariush one.
Yeah.
I feel like the other guy was someone that I backed and he didn't win.
Yeah,
But yeah, the other matches were good. The other matches were good. with,
Ffion, Sugar Sean.
yeah, that was a sick one. And Volkanovski dislocating his shoulder and just carrying on and getting
TJ
punched.
Dillashaw.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Getting punched way too much
That's fucking
before they
savage.
stopped it.
So this dude dislocated his shoulder 20 times in this training camp. Didn't tell any of the like health staff beforehand. He said, no, I'm good to fight, got all his clearance. Like the first round, he popped his shoulder out immediately, no?
Yeah,
Defending a
basically,
takedown.
yeah.
And then he got knocked out
Christ.
in the second round, though.
He got TKO'd, basically.
Because he couldn't frame. His shoulder popped out, and he's like just
Oh no.
copping punches
Yeah.
to the face.
He might have actually got strangled, I can't remember, but yeah, I feel like it was super obvious that his shoulder was fucked and Sterling hadn't clocked. He was just going as normal, but he should have just punched his shoulder, I feel like.
That's
It was
fucking
literally
sad.
disgusting, like hanging
Punch
out.
it back in.
Yeah.
There you go, mate.
I guess it's already fucked, yeah. If it ain't broke, I guess, or if it is broke, Don't fix it.
That's fucking savage, man. And then the Islam fight, the head down from the half guard.
Yeah, I'll have to rewatch that. But
What a beast, man.
yeah, fair play. He and he like took it, and he got him down to the floor with a punch as well.
Yeah.
So it's not like he just out grappled him. He actually like. He
Aw.
actually,
Shameful.
yeah.
Very popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sick though. I'm not gonna like buy UFC like BT Sport or anything, but
Continue watching.
yeah, gonna continue watching the highlights for free on YouTube. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Now, you had some MMA fights.
I did, yeah. Very
How's
long
that?
time ago. I mean, I was really bad, but so was everyone. So I won. Woo!
What do you mean really bad?
Well, like I was not even I was a blue belt, but like I wasn't a blue belt.
Got it.
I only had a blue belt because I did judo, so it was like you had to be a blue belt to
Yeah.
compete. So my skill level was like really, really low, and then I also I can't punch. So I'm not sure what the plan was.
Did you do some striking training before? Surely.
I did, but like you wouldn't think if you saw me.
Like some boxing or some Thai boxing?
Some boxing,
Right.
a bit of pads,
Yeah.
and then they put me in the cage with these men, and they just like fight each other. And then they just keep dropping me, and I was like, I'm not sure this is the best way to train. It was a long time
They kept
ago.
dropping you from...
Well, like with liver punches, this one guy kept doing it.
Oh, okay.
He was like 80 odd kilos. I don't know what the plan was.
Get in there. Come on, get
in, get
in,
tough.
just fight.
Yeah, like the best of luck. And I was like, okay,
Liver punches.
yeah.
Is this in Wales or Ireland
What
you
a
did this?
terrible-
No, this is in Wales.
What made you
yeah.
want to get into MMA?
Well, I saw Ronda Rousey, and
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
very popular at the time, and she did judo, and my brain was like, oh well, I did judo.
I could fuck people up.
Yeah, but obviously not Olympic standard, so I'm not sure.
Did you fuck people up?
But you did fuck.
I mean, like I won,
Yeah.
but like that
How
I
did
wouldn't
you
say I
win?
fucked them up. Well, two submissions and then two TKOs, like ground and pound.
So you fucked people up?
No, but like,
That's
but they were bad. They were really. I watched them back. I was like, ooh.
You still fucked them up.
As in they
Sure,
were
why not?
bad or the matches?
I mean, both. It was
Okay,
hard
yeah.
to watch. Like,
Could-
it was
Just
hard to
because
watch.
why? Just because you weren't impressed with your skills, or you like, just punished them?
Just no. I mean, like as in, like I was so unimpressive, and so were they. It was like
Oh,
watching two
okay.
people in the street having a fight.
Just a little like bar
Just a
scrap.
pub match.
Yeah,
Same
like I
like
dragged them
Ffion.
down of a head, like a headlock, and then just do this.
Okay, that is like, yeah, that is genuinely
I learnt an
like-
Americana the week before one of my fights,
Day
and
one
I
at
did it
school.
and I did it, and I was like, oh, I did it in the tournament.
Yeah,
But like I learned it the week before, so that's the kind of level we're talking about.
sick,
And the fact that I could beat anyone with my jiu-jitsu at the time is
impressive.
impressively bad. Like I'm not gonna pretend it was, but technically I'm a retired pro.
Fair enough.
What made you stop?
That's such a.
Yeah, just the realization that I don't know. I really like jiu-jitsu way more. That was way more fun, and then it would annoy me that I would go to striking, and then I'd be like, I want to be doing jiu-jitsu. This is
Yeah.
boring and hurts. Whereas jiu-jitsu just is fun. It doesn't hurt.
MMA is much more painful.
Way more painful. Yeah.
Also, doing MMA as a jiu-jitsu like guy, you get to tap them out, but you get punched in the face.
Mm.
Yeah,
So it's like pain-free to tap essentially.
yeah.
But yeah, you can't tap halfway through a punch. It's too late.
No,
So
it's
even
too-
if you won, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
You haven't won.
Yeah.
Also, like you barely ever see any taps from people. Like people just taking obscene punishment, especially on MMA.
Yeah,
guys.
exactly. It's
Like,
like
some of the fights. I think we said this on our last podcast. I was watching Luke Rockhold versus Chris Weidman for the title, but I was really high, so I was like my empathy levels were through the roof. Luke Rockhold has him in mount for a minute, just beating the shit out of him. I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh my god, stop the fight, stop the fight.
Referee!
Chris Weidman, he's just taking punishment, elbows, punches, to the point he's like trying to punch him from bottom
Oh my
mount,
God.
and you're like, dude, like it's over.
Just let it end.
It's
Yeah.
he's trying to do this, man. Just
Oh,
call the fight.
shit.
Yeah, there's no tapping. These
Just try
guys don't
shrimp.
tap.
Shrimp.
Just get up. Just
Get up.
Good coaching. Yeah, MMA is fucking savage. Different
Yeah.
beast to jiu-jitsu.
I think
Yeah.
if you're a striker, it makes way more sense to do it
Yeah.
because you basically get to punch people that don't know how to punch you back.
Or a stud wrestler.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you can ground and pound. That's the one thing. If you can take people down and ground and pound, I guess that's like the most fun you can have.
Yeah, but I guess that's why we see all these like Dagestani guys, all these Russian wrestlers, because they're just freak wrestlers, and I'm like, I know how to fight as well, so we'll just come to the UFC and take over.
You don't have that problem in the women's division. which is really good.
Yeah.
We love sexism sometimes. Sometimes it works for me.
Yeah.
You should go and like pick it for them against
I don't think the women are allowed to do. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong here, but I don't think the women are allowed to do the wrestling. So it's
Are they not?
Well, I don't know. Maybe not. So it kind of works out.
Oh,
Works out for me.
because it's haram over there. Could be.
It could be.
It could be. That's it.
Wait, what does that mean?
Haram's like was it? It's like
Disallowed.
a disallowed.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, in Islamic culture. Yeah.
Fantastic. No, not fantastic. Sorry.
Fantastic.
For me, it
Fantastic.
works
Alcohol
out.
is
haram, so
Alcohol's haram. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So not many female wrestlers in Dagestan then.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't want to say that there's not, but I don't think there are.
I think that's a safe bet.
I think it's a safe
Do
guess.
you think there'll be a point where all these all these crazy wrestlers from Russia and Dagestan and stuff will come to Jiu-Jitsu soon?
I was thinking about it. If the money's right, they might transition over.
Yeah.
Seeing as it's so easy, but equally,
So easy.
yeah, equally, Cade, tapped out the Sambo guy, didn't he?
Yeah.
Just this weekend, so
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
they will come and it will just be like they'll just suck, or because I feel like they're good at controlling top position, especially, and that's like perfect for MMA, and Jiu-Jitsu is not really perfect for MMA
Yeah.
because the subs, half of them don't work because of the gloves,
Yes.
and then
it's
getting punched in the face at the same time.
It's a different beast.
Yeah, exactly.
MMA
Yeah.
to Jiu-Jitsu.
Gary was a
Yeah.
perfect example. Just got KO'd from the heel hook.
God. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah, I did.
It's
see that.
savage. Setting
Yeah.
up the heel hook and what's his name? That Vietnamese guy. Fucking
Yeah.
smokes
Dan
him.
Lee. I always
He's
believed
a
if you just
beast.
were really good at leg locks, you wouldn't get punched in the face. But he got punched in the face.
I feel like that was the downfall of Gary Turner too.
Yeah,
For fuck's sake.
that's one of the ones we're like,
Sorry,
I wonder
go
if he'll be the same when he gets up.
Really, like
I was wondering, is he gonna
his last two performances have not been to Gary Turner standard, so
He
to
got
speak.
switched off,
Yeah.
literally.
Sorry.
So yeah,
I don't want to laugh. Sorry. No,
it's savage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's savage. Yeah, I'm sure he'd laugh about it too.
Well, that's the thing. I saw Gordon put up a post being like, "You fucking suck."
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like-
fair enough then.
He's-
We're allowed to laugh.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're in on it.
We're in
friendly
it.
with him,
Real
like-
friends make fun of them. So.
You suck, man. You lost. Wow.
Right. Should we do some questions?
Yeah, let's get some questions. So we've already covered the MMA fights one.
Oh yeah. You got to read your writing.
Yeah, I guess what was interesting, I was listening to another podcast of yours, Ffion, with Dan Strauss, and he was
Okay.
talking about like how once Progress started paying you a salary, and how
Yeah.
you didn't even know that process was possible at the time, and how that like changed the game for you. Obviously, it would have changed the game because like before you would have been had to teaching privates, teaching seminars.
Yeah.
There's much more like pressure for you to physically work. But then once they started paying you a salary, that just opened the game up. And you're like, fuck, now I can actually like start thinking about improving in the sport and prioritizing my own training, and that allows me to do so many more things to travel.
Yeah, it was really cool because I just didn't know that people paid for sponsorship, which sounds really stupid. Because that's what sponsorship really is. It's not just getting free kit, or it shouldn't be,
Yeah.
especially at that level. So it was really cool that they even brought it up. I didn't know it was a thing. So very sound of the lads, to be fair. And yeah, it was so much easier then to like not be freaking out. Because every month I'd be panicking and thinking I'd have to go back to work, which again, it's not the end of the world, but it was really hard to work on the door and train because I basically meant I wouldn't get any sleep.
Yeah.
So then living in Ireland was really helpful too. At the time, it was like I had like a free place to live,
Sick.
and then I had that money coming in, and it was kind of perfect how it worked out. Then the seminars were like just to round out my earnings. Then
So you're working on the door how many nights a week before?
it's like 4 nights a week. Yeah, like the whole weekend, then maybe one midweek.
That's savage. That's like a 11 p.m. start, 3 a.m. finish.
It was
1
like
finish.
sometimes 9 p.m., sometimes 10 p.m., and 6 a.m. was the finishing time.
That's not good
That's
for
just
training.
a terrible
jiu-jitsu.
time.
It was horrific, yeah. But I was
What a
young.
terrible
I was fresh.
time.
It was horrible.
Just borderline crackheads who were just.
Although they weren't borderline crackheads. They would do crack. They were doing like cocaine in the toilets. You have to be, please don't do cocaine in the toilets. You're not allowed.
Yeah, keep getting people out. Get the fuck out of here. What?
Yeah, well, it was good because like the men would like, if I just asked, usually would just leave because
Could you be like, fellas, come on.
I'm like, oh please, like, oh sorry, love. So then they just go, and I wouldn't have to have like an altercation. It was the women who were. I got bitten once,
Bitten.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Where?
but
Really?
by a gypsy.
Shit.
Wow.
Can you say gypsy? Traveller?
You can say whatever we want.
They don't
Oh,
like
okay.
I
I don't like that.
They don't like anything.
I don't know, like, what's your jippo? Like, whatever. But she just deserves to be called a jippo. No, literally, she was, like, saying, like, racial slurs to the bar staff.
Yeah.
And the guy, whenever one of the men tried to pull her out, she would let's shout rape. So they're on the walkie-talkie, like, Ffion, you need to come, please, so she doesn't shout rape. Well, I suppose she could still.
She could still, yeah.
Less,
She
less
could
likely. So I came over and then I was like, oh, you have to leave, and she was like, no, fuck you. And then I grabbed her and I like took like cross grips like this and like pinned her here, and then she gouged me with her long nails in my sides because I had her grips here, and then she like reached around my side and just started ripping into the side of my body.
So annoying.
Way nasty. She's like trying to scratch my face, like, and then we had the club was downstairs.
So you had to pick her up and take her upstairs.
So this guy had to lift her legs for me. I had to hold her body. We carried her up the stairs. This is the word. Why is the club downstairs?
Kicking and screaming all the
shrieking, just shrieking.
Rape.
And then she kept kicking her legs. So the guy, like, so when he let go of her legs, she kept kicking, so she like fell to the ground, and I guided her down.
Yeah.
And then I was like holding her there, and the police were coming. And then she like tried to scratch my face. Like I pinned her arm down, like over her face, and then she latched on. So then I put an Americano and I just wrenched it until she let go. But she like dug in. And I was like,
fucking hell, man.
Yeah, she drew blood, but it was through my jumper, luckily. But she like, it was fully bleeding underneath. Like the bitch was crazy.
And she beat you as well.
Yeah.
What are the rules on it? What can you actually do?
You
don't punch them.
Can you choke someone out? I feel like that would be like
That would be the perfect scenario, man.
It's actually like I actually did choke someone. I don't know if you're allowed. It was really bad. Yeah, but this is the thing. He was asleep in the club first, not when I choked him. But he was asleep. So then one of the big guys came over who was like a guest, like he was a replacement for one of the regular staff. Yeah. Because we all trained. So they were all like MMA guys who trained with me, so it was really good working with them. But this one guy came in to like replace someone else, and he was like, "I'm a boxer," and I was like, "Well, you can't hit anyone. You're not allowed to punch anyone.
Your skills are useless here.
So you're useless. You're just a big roided up twat, pretty much." And I asked the guy to leave. He was leaving, but he was just slow because he's just asleep in the club. You're like not allowed. If you fall asleep, you have to leave. And pretty much.
Fair enough.
I've fallen asleep in a club before.
Haven't we all?
Like, find me.
I was asleep in a toilet cubicle
by
once.
the front door on a seat, just asleep.
Wait, so what happened? So he got up.
Yeah, he was harmless, and he was real nice with me.
And the guy just beat the shit out of him.
Well, he came over.
No way.
He was really arsey, and then the guy got riled up then. Because it was like, I'm just there like, oh, can you go? And he's like, yeah, go. And he's like getting up. And then
guy starts pushing him, agitating.
Yeah, he's like, come on, like get out. And then he gets real pissed off. And then they start fighting. The door staff gets taken down. So, for fuck's sake.
The boxer got taken down?
Yeah. By the guy who was just asleep.
He didn't round out his game.
And then he starts to like ground and pound. This sounds really bad if this is But then he starts like punching the guy, like punching the door staff. So then I go behind him, and just to get him to stop punching him, I put a choke on. Yeah. But then he like literally goes out like instantly, like
weird.
Instant.
Did he do this? Did he like lift
his neck is up? And I just sunk it in, but just squeezed enough to like get him to stop punching. Yeah. I wasn't trying to like put him out or anything, but he because like if I put one seatbelt, he would still be able to swing. So I was like, okay, go to the next. So you had to do this. Yeah. But he went out like straight away, and I think it's because you're just not. You wouldn't even think.
Anyway.
Yeah.
That is like that's the best case scenario, because now he's asleep. Now we can just peacefully, well, apart from the idiot trying to like riling him up, he's just now we can just strip him naked and get him out of here.
It's rubbish.
He's easier to get out of the club now he's asleep. I think like in America, the police have all these laws now. They can't. It's like lethal force to put on a rear naked.
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
It's so stupid. That's obviously the easiest way to restrain someone.
Yeah, he was fine. He woke up real quick.
Of course, but like someone trained would just go, okay, he's asleep now. That's it. Like,
yeah, I literally like that. As soon as he went out, I was like, oh shit, and like just like guided him down. I was like, fuck, I didn't know he'd go out that quick.
Yeah.
And then he woke up really quickly. So.
What are the chances of someone just dying from rear naked?
You'd have to hold it for a long time.
But even for a short amount of time, some like problem that makes them die, not just normal.
But I don't know. I'm not a
Maybe.
doctor, but I'd imagine not. I'd imagine it'd be a very low occurrence, unless you start like had a weird neck crank and started cranking in. That's a different story. But a rear naked, I mean, you go to sleep and then you wake back up.
Yeah, it's quite
do
nice.
all the time.
Wow.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
So far, so good. I remember one of my first jiu-jitsu lessons, like me and this guy were drilling, and I had not done like chokes properly before. Like obviously in judo, like we just did like weird collar chokes, but like it wasn't properly on. I don't think we were just spazzing around.
Yeah.
But we were like practicing it. And we were like relaxing into the choke, and then we like nearly go out, and we just like pissing ourselves laughing because like when you relax, yeah, you get really lightheaded. So we were just like giggling in the corner, just like putting the choke on and like relaxing, and then seeing how long you could go before you could nearly go out.
Almost like doing balloons.
Like sniffing glue. And then the instructor's like, what are you doing?
Sniffing glue.
Do you never do that?
Whereas I swear some people in the gym do it on purpose as well. They like when you're sparring them, they'll wait till the last second and go,
Absolutely.
yeah. And like, are you enjoying
Or like a
this?
kid, yeah.
This
Well, that's
is
I'm
disgusting.
afraid that like, because there's so many strange men on the internet, and I'm sure
Yeah.
you've experienced them. Probably.
You've got to vet people before you spar with them.
Literally, because like obviously I post a lot online on my own fault, but
Especially for you, like being a female, like
Yeah.
and you've got a big following, you'd get some like, have you come into seminars and you get some weird propositions?
yeah, some people have been quite strange.
Yeah.
Like they're like, "Can you choke me?" like for a photo, which I'm like, okay, but like something.
Can I
Like,
feel
there's the
the
vibe.
jerk for a photo, and
I
you're like,
don't know, yeah. Or like they put their hand like on this one guy's like, "Would you put me in a heel hook?" And he like touched my leg, but it was really high up on my leg, and I was like, "Ooh." Like, okay, I don't know. Or like the one guy like kept winking at me, and I thought he had a twitch. I wasn't sure. Is he winking at me, or did he have a twitch? Yeah, I couldn't tell.
I hope she doesn't think this is flirting. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm not flirting. That's why I didn't say anything, because I was like, maybe he's got a twitch.
spasm.
Yeah, maybe he's like having a spasm. But then
shout out to
I
that guy. He's
realised
gonna be
it was
watching
like-
this as well. He's probably like, oh no.
Watching this with the candle and everything.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
yeah.
Do you get any weird propositions?
Not really.
Oh,
Not really, yeah.
not yet.
Fucking bullshit.
You will.
Maybe, yeah. Hopefully I will.
They will after this.
I
no?
just get loads of like random old men messaging my inbox and talking to me about their day.
Yeah.
I'd almost rather be like,
I'd rather the sexual harassment.
At least I don't have to answer.
Yeah.
I could just
Oh,
say,
by the way, Owen, today I'm doing.
I've got to take the wife to the shop, so I can't come to training in some other random
I
academy.
can't
I've
believe
never
I'm
been
so
to.
sorry, man.
But it's going well. Like,
What?
cool. Like,
Yeah.
I went to the shops too. But I didn't, like,
Maybe they just don't think you're gonna see the message. They just like they like their little diary.
I get the
yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah.
once a month I get asked to get waxed. This guy keeps asking me to, like, he's like, can I wax you head to toe? He's
Most
like,
people pay for that.
he goes, how much
Do
how
it.
much to do? I'm like, 20 grand.
Head to toe.
Head, like, he wants to wax my entire body. I said, 20 grand. You know the price, buddy. There it is. Every month.
What's his
Wow.
Here's the
price?
price. He wants to do it for free. He's like, can I wax you? I'm like, yeah, you can do it for 20 grand.
But you
'Cause I
gotta
think
pay.
they put-
Come on, he's
Is
gotta
he
pay
not willing
up.
to pay?
That's something he's paying me because he wants to pay me to wax. He wants to
Yeah.
pay me to
Yeah,
wax.
how much is he willing to pay though?
I don't know.
I might
you
ask him to wax me because I go to a salon and pay a good bit of money for
I'll
that.
forward him your details. Yeah, I think he wants Harry, man. On the sub
So I
on the
don't
subject
need
of strange internet comments, how many you get asked a lot of pictures for your feet?
Yeah, I've got a wiki feet.
Wiki feet.
So does Roger Gracie actually.
Roger Gracie has
He
a wiki
does.
feet.
I've got a higher rating than Roger Gracie.
Oh wow.
He's got a 3-star foot. Mine is a 4.5 star. It was 5. It went down to 4.5.
I've never heard of this.
You probably have one. I looked up
Wow.
JT. He doesn't have one.
JT doesn't have one.
No. You might though.
We need a young Jamie in here to pull something up.
Put up on the screen. Just Owen's foot.
Jamie,
But
pull
they
this up.
screenshot like stories, like very like old stories, and I'm like even other people's stories with my foot in it, like
Oh,
a
wow.
screenshot, instructionals of my foot.
No way.
That's
Yeah.
Roger Gracie's got a foot.
quite
That's,
suspect.
that's one for the pod. I
Yeah.
wonder if he knows.
He's gonna
We
know
need to
now.
get-
Tell
we
him.
need to get that. We do need to pull it up if we get Roger here.
When we do, yeah, we'll pull it up on the screen. Roger, what do you think of this? What?
It's only 3 stars. Sorry,
It's
just
pathetic.
saying, pathetic.
That's
Get a
pretty low.
manicure.
What do they rate it on? Just
Pedicure.
general looks.
Aesthetics.
I don't know because mine are disgusting.
I feel like female feet would be higher than men's, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my nails are painted.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the win.
But this is really disgusting. But in my you know the side of your toes. This is really feeding the foot fetishists.
They're
But
watching, man.
This is gonna get so many views.
This is what will make the real love, yeah.
Yeah, maintain.
but in judo you do like foot sweeps, so your like foot would like graze on the mat,
Yeah.
and I'd get like you get hard skin.
Yeah.
So on the side of my big toe, I'd get like this big hard lump of skin.
The callus.
Yes, and I would have to. It would start to drag on the mat. So I'd have to like shave it off every few months.
With like the stone.
No,
thing.
like
Oh,
with a
shit.
scalpel.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
it was that thick.
That's
So I don't know
that's
how
the
I got such a
bros
high
having to do
rating.
their hands as well,
Oh,
little CrossFit
foot
fellas.
sweeps.
Yeah.
Mm.
Damn.
So what made you want to transition from judo to jiu-jitsu?
Let's move on.
We've had enough.
Too many
Yeah,
views.
let's not talk about this anymore. Why did I transition? Well, I quit judo, and I wanted to do some sort of sport because I was just going to the gym,
Yeah.
and training like solely off self-hatred, so that wasn't that fun.
You're just lifting.
Yeah.
Self-hatred. You're just like,
Just-
fuck this.
I just hate myself and wish I was skinny. So it's like,
It's what was the gym.
Why'd you stop judo? You were just sick of getting fucking thrown around, or?
well, a variety of reasons. I was really, really like crippled with shyness when I was growing up. Like I just couldn't speak to people.
Yeah.
Like it was like yes or no answers is
Oh,
what you
shit.
get out of me. Yeah. So that didn't really help with my like social status. That's very easy to bully. So I didn't have many friends. Was kind of made fun of a little bit, and then I had like a really not very nice boyfriend as well, and then I quit to get away, but like not get away from it, but yeah,
Get the fuck away from it.
yeah. That didn't help. I think that really just lots of things sort of accumulated, and I just done it since I was a kid, and I was just sick of it.
Did you
And
quit when they changed the rules?
no, I hung in there, but that was another part of it. It
That
really
was-
just changed things.
Well, I stopped for like 2 years, and when I came back, they had changed the rules to like no two-handed grip breaks, no
Oh.
leg grabs,
Mm.
all these kind of really
Whoa.
good, useful things that were just like kind of out now, so it would look better, and it just made it a bit more shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just so restricted.
Also, I'm
It's like-
sorry, like letting people throw you, especially like in up to like being an adult, people will just throw you like ridiculously hard when you're doing the nagekomi, like the allowed reps, like the drilling or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, I can throw you really hard as well, but I'm not a cunt, so I'm not gonna do that. But then they would
That's
fucking
fucking
nap
savage.
you each time. Yeah, and it just sucks. Like sometimes.
Because they are a cunt.
Yeah, how many times can I get thrown before I actually like break my hand or something?
It just seems like fucking painful training.
Your brain like I didn't realize how much like your brain shakes when you get thrown like that as well.
Yeah, no, it's not healthy.
That's probably why I'm so stupid now. It makes a lot of sense.
Must
I
be
mean,
judo.
yeah,
So
I
then
dribble
you-
a little bit sometimes.
So then you started lifting.
Yeah.
What kind of
so-
lifting were you doing? Were you just going all lifting like 4 days a week, 5 days a week?
Well, like I quit originally at 15, and then I went back when I was like 17.
Okay.
Trained for a year, and then during that year is when I got introduced to lifting in like the judo program.
Yeah.
So I was doing that, and I really enjoyed it.
Nice.
So I thought, okay, I'll keep lifting. And I got really into like fitness and like the bikini fitness models.
Sure.
Yeah. So I found that, and I was like, oh, I need to be the size of a child.
Just as Instagram was starting to pick up at that point.
Yeah.
How old are you?
27.
27. Okay, yeah. So
Mm.
Instagram would have been picked. It would have been like, what year was that? 2011, 12
Yeah.
ish.
God,
Yeah.
I don't know. 10 years ago. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Shit.
I can't do it. See, I'm
That's
stupid.
brutal.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
So I saw all the bikini models, so I got obsessed with them, and like in judo I went down to 52 kilos.
Oh wow.
Well, I'm 61 now, so
Yeah. Light.
yeah, really small. And I just like basically wasn't eating much. Like I wouldn't say it's like eating disorder, but I was like getting like really bad patterns around food and stuff. So like I'd like not eat all day, and I was trying to train judo. I think that also didn't help lots, with the weight cutting, and the way we'd cut weight was like not drink water for the week.
Fuck.
I'm
I've
serious.
heard a lot about this. Judo weight cuts were just
Just so
so
stupid.
stupid.
No guidance. Like one of my friends used to drink.
Not drink for a week.
Well, we'd like
Drink or
sweat.
eat? Did you say?
Or well, we barely eat. So you'd eat something that was light in your hand. Right. Think of this logic. Oh, this bar is like this light in your hand. Like you
yeah, like it's light. It's
it's light. It's light.
Feel like
It's light.
it's light. It will make
It's
you
light. I'm light. Nice. And then we'd like portion out our water. So I'd like drink like this much for the day, and then sweat in like a sauna suit and everything. One of my friends would choose to, instead of drinking water, he would drink a mini can of Coke as his hydration of the day.
damn.
So then you do that all week. I remember like the night before just being in this like, I have this like tiger onesie and
Yeah.
like sweating in it, and then putting a hot shower on and like trying to sweat. It was just so stupid.
Constant weight cutting.
Just the whole week weight cutting, but just like so
terrible
unnecessary.
Did you have to do that?
Horrific.
No, I didn't. Like as a child, I just weight cut and probably miss it half the time because
You're a child.
But they just put you up a division. I remember
yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah. What I didn't like was that you weren't allowed to drink water throughout the sessions.
They're very strict on that, right?
Yeah, you weren't
Yeah.
allowed to drink water whilst you were training.
It's like discipline.
Yeah, discipline.
Discipline.
I don't even know if it was discipline or
I'm just dry now,
Yeah,
thanks.
this is what we do. Yeah, sitting there.
I still can't drink water proproperly because
Right.
of that in a sense.
Really?
Honestly, yeah.
You just-
Everyone's like, you don't drink water. I was like, I know, I'm traumatized.
Yeah, we spoke about electrolytes in last time we were in the gym, and you're like,
yeah.
oh yeah, I should be drinking that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a key. Yeah,
Electrolytes are key.
I'm always
it do
dehydrated.
make a difference.
Interesting that you brought up that judo week, because we got the fight dietitian coming on later, and on the podcast they're talking about this old school judo method of like that's what they would do. Like you don't drink water drink as minimal water for the week, don't eat for the week. You're gonna lose weight. It's like no shit, I'll lose weight, but I can't train now, and I
But
feel
you
awful.
compete like the same day, Dream.
Yeah.
Like you've got like barely any time to recover. It was so stupid. I had awful performances. So I remember I was like quite good as a kid. Not really that good, but like I was like win a lot as a kid, and then I started to lose, and I was doing these crazy weight cuts. And as a kid, I didn't do. It wasn't why I was losing. Obviously, there's also lots of reasons. But like I was getting all that success, and then it was dropping off, and I didn't know how to handle it. So another reason, sort of, all these things came together, and so I just got into lifting instead.
Yeah.
Gained lots of weight back, thank God.
What kind of lifting were you doing?
Just like really basic stuff, just like squats, deadlifts, bench.
You said some Olympic lifting as well. They thought you had to like clean,
Yeah, I did a
not
bit of
snatch?
that.
just more cleans.
Just cleans, yeah,
Okay.
nothing that high level skill.
Yeah.
And then I flipped from watching these bikini models who were really skinny and whatever, and I just couldn't achieve it, and it's like super lean, to being like, okay, I want to do powerlifting, and I got really into that, and I thought it was cool. And it was like the opposite thing. You needed to be stronger and gain muscle. So I was like, okay, I want to gain muscle.
Yeah.
And then I was trying a little bit of CrossFit here and there, but like not that much. And then how did I get into it? I just saw about Ronda Rousey, and then that was the transition. I want to do MMA, and to do MMA, the coach was like, well, you have to do jiu-jitsu as well.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'll do this weird ground stuff. Kneewaza. I was like, "Gay."
That's really, you're like, this is just weird.
Yeah, I remember seeing it and being like, I don't want to be on the floor. I hated Kneewaza. Whenever I'd lose in a judo tournament, it was like,
Getting held down.
Is that
no, it's
pinning?
getting choked. It's getting rolled.
Choked, so, yeah.
80 times was Judy rolled. I had to have been.
Really?
The amount of times you just be
Yeah.
getting held and you just see the referee like this. Like,
Yeah, like,
What's it-
fuck
what's
you.
like, they say like osakomi, and you know you're being held down. You're looking at the referee.
You got 25 seconds to get out. You're like,
Don't say that shit.
Sad
Just saying the hell.
they got you in like a scarf. You're like,
I can't get up.
You like walk in a circle as far and the ref would
Yeah.
just be watching you feel like a fucking clown.
That's basically me. Every time I roll with Roger, I just get pinned and I can't move. Well, basically any black belt, I just get pinned.
nice.
I'm like, this sucks.
This is fun.
Damn. So then you're like, fuck, I have to jiu-jitsu now. What point did you start enjoying it? Do you
Well, I was
do you
like a
enjoy it?
nogi gal.
Yeah.
I'm sure you enjoy it
Do you
now.
enjoy it now? Yeah.
Not really, no.
Yeah.
No, I love it. I don't know, it's like really instant. I got obsessed with it. Like I stopped going to college.
Same.
Oh
I
really?
didn't stop.
Oh wait, you
Oh,
did.
no.
I got my degree. I just
did?
I didn't go to the lectures.
You did your degree. Congratulations.
I did my degree. Thank you. 3 out of 3.
Can't relate.
Wait, so you because he stopped going to class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't in like university college. I was in like I dropped out of school at like 16, 17
Okay.
to go and do judo, and with like the full-time team
GB
in
team.
Wales. Yeah, not the GB team,
Oh,
the
okay.
Welsh team, which is you get in by just being there.
Yeah.
They don't have anyone. So I was like, I go.
Was Livs in that team? Was he in the
He's
UK team?
I think GB team.
Yeah.
I was in the Welsh team.
Ah,
There's
okay.
about 10 people that train.
Yeah,
Put
yeah,
it that way. So
Mm.
there was plenty of space for me.
We need a female. You're a female.
You're a girl.
You're in.
In you come. You're quite rare here.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Get in.
But like I was like, oh, I love that lifestyle of just training all day. What great fun.
Yeah.
And then I just went back. I started doing like a BTEC in sports and like it's like I don't know, college level, but not university.
Yeah.
You know, before that, definitely didn't get anywhere near university. That was not on the cards.
Money. University is
You loved it, man.
just a waste of money though.
You loved it.
I
Playing
wonder
between RuneScape and Jiu Jitsu. That
Yeah,
your
halfway between it and university, but yeah, what a waste of money. What a waste of 50 grand.
50.
54 grand, yeah, 9k a year
Yeah, but
plus maintenance.
You got your economics degree, which was very useful.
So useful. I don't even know anything economics wise. Like probably less than the average human. I just did the
You got a
test and
degree?
that's it. Got my 40%. So, you know, if I get more than half of the stuff wrong, then I may as well not have done it.
Yeah, yeah.
Fair.
Have we spoken about why you got into Jiu-Jitsu? No. Have we?
Yeah, maybe. Started with judo and then quit that for a bit to
I
play
didn't even know you
RuneScape.
did judo.
Yeah, I did judo when I was like in Wilson Sports Centre when I was like 4 until about 11 or 12. Then RuneScape 2 years, then judo and jiu-jitsu until about 17, and then I started doing no-gi, so that was the end of judo.
What belt did you get in RuneScape?
RuneScape, mate, fucking
Black
I
belt.
wasn't even good. That was the thing. It was so time-consuming. I was fucking shit looking back at it. And like in the end, I sold my accounts for like 100 quid. I was like, yeah, like entrepreneur. But then it's like 80 days playing time.
That's like economics degree coming in handy. Look at
Yeah,
that.
That's so good.
prior to that. God. And then what? Judo. Well, I didn't really get graded after green belt. They just stopped grading me.
How's the belts go?
White, yellow, orange, green, blue, brown, black.
Oh, you know, I
So it
know.
wasn't very good.
You got a black
Belt.
belt in judo?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm.
Yeah. I feel like you can get a black belt in judo very quickly now, but you need to do like tests, and you need to do 5 matches in a day, or you need to get like competition points.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty long if you don't do them all in one day.
Yeah.
You do the theory and they like would just tell you the answers.
Yeah.
Theory.
Basically.
Oh, like, what is this move?
Show me this
Yeah.
move, and you're just like, I don't remember. I couldn't tell you a move now. Oh goshy, that's about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Aragoshi.
What's Haragoshi?
Aragoshi.
I was like, Haragoshi?
Aragoshi.
All the goshis.
Yeah,
I like the goshis.
What's that one how you pin people on the side with sumigashi? Is that
Which
the
one?
thing? You know how you like pin someone from side control? Like say
With
you
their
got-
head.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Kesikatami.
Kesikatami.
I love the
that's the one where you get
Kesikatami.
held down. You're
That's the
looking at
move, man.
That's the worst.
That's the one you want to get. Kesikatami people.
Yeah, you don't want to be in Kesikatami.
No, but you want to Kesikatami people.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
loved Kesikatami people.
Do you bully people like that?
Bully them. I don't bully anyone. I just
Oh,
hold them
man.
there and go, oh.
Welcome. You need
As a
to
child, I'm pretty sure I cried once when I got Kesikatami held. I went to the coach like, that was a choke, and they're like, it wasn't a choke.
You're a
But it's
pussy.
a fucking choke though, because you get subs out of it, don't you? Like, just,
Yeah.
like lifting their head off the floor.
You could
And I knew I
start
couldn't
cracking
breathe,
that neck, yeah.
and she was telling me that I could breathe, and I was like,
She gaslit you.
yeah.
Bitch.
Bitch. I'm like 6 years old.
That's not a joke. You're pathetic.
Fucking piece of shit.
Judo coaches are like next level traumatizing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're all
Yes,
evil.
mate,
They're the devil.
It
like.
sounds like it, like from especially from the weight cuts to.
Yeah,
Mm.
no water.
No
No
water.
mercy. Yeah.
That was the story I had
Yeah.
last week about like a haunting roll. I was a white belt. I was like, I'm a big guy. I think I'll roll with a black belt. Went up to like another big unit black belt. I was like, let's roll. He's like, what belt are you? I was like, white belt. He goes, okay. And he just Kesikatami'd me for like 3 to 5 minutes. And I was just like, fuck.
Nice.
Just trying to get out. Tap. He's like, this isn't a tap. And I was like,
What?
oh no.
Yeah.
He just bullied the shit
That's
out of me
fair
for like
enough.
5 minutes.
We just went, that's not a tap. And just held you there again.
Yeah, you can't tap to this. Isn't a tap.
So you ever try and smother people from out though?
Rightfully so. Say again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
what.
tap.
Yeah, it's a tap.
From
Yeah.
Kesikatami.
No, from mount you smother them.
That's a proper tap, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like actively trying to submit.
It's
them.
That's
more
my
awkward for me. I've got
favourite
because of
submission.
my boobs, but I don't have boobs really. So.
Do you ever smother tap people?
Yeah,
Nice.
I have. But it was like sweaty, and I think
Yeah,
they
it's
just
sweaty.
sucked my rash gun into their mouth.
You,
and
that's
they
what
were,
has to be because it's just soft. Just
if you wear
suffocating.
like a cotton t-shirt and it's mad sweaty, that's what my old coach used to do, and I thought it was an accident. I thought it was
Does he
shit's
know?
going in my face, like
Does he-
piece of shit. It was like gi plus t-shirt underneath.
Does he know
So,
this is-
like, yeah.
Does he know I can't breathe with this?
He's like stuffing it into your mouth.
Oh, lol.
He's so lucky, he doesn't even know this bullshit's happening.
Damn. So anyway, going back to that, going way back to what we were talking about before. Once you got on a salary from Progress,
Oh my god, yeah.
yeah,
Where we went from?
that changed
Yeah.
everything for you because you're doing the doors in Ireland.
In Cardiff.
Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah, 10 mil lane.
So once they started paying
Don't
you a
go there.
salary, that just opened the doors for you to allow to travel or to train more.
Just to train full time, really. Like,
Yeah.
'cause, like, up until that point, I'd been doing like as much as you could, especially like in Wales. It was you just do what you could, sort of thing, and not many people were able to train in the day. So even if I was like free, it's like just me and one or two people. And then it was like mostly like bigger guys there too, so it's kind of hard to sort of measure how I would do against people in my division.
Yeah.
And then when I moved to Ireland, that was really helpful because there's lots of lighter guys, and pretty much like loads of people were training full time because they would teach, or they were training as full time as you can.
Yeah.
Like they were still teaching and stuff and things, but as close as full time as you could get. Or they had like jobs that were really flexible, like building websites and shit like that.
Sure.
So I could like use that money to train full time then. It's
Amazing.
good. And do like 2 sessions a day, and
That was a game changer for you.
yeah, it's good.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
Questions fly again.
what we got?
Highest percentage leg entry.
Okay, probably from half guard, invert, and then what's it called? Like the back step from bottom position. That's got to be the highest percentage, or maybe full sweep. They're both very good.
Yeah.
Or yeah, probably those two are the best, like highest percentage on people that are pretty good. And then yeah, that's it really. K guard kind of stuff, but again, I find like you end up in 50-50, which isn't that great.
Yeah.
I'd rather land in saddle basically and then have to go to 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are my best.
So you're saying like your bottom half guard, you start reaching for the leg and start
Yeah,
baiting
like
that.
get the butterfly hook and then invert halfway and then reach for the inside leg rather than the outside leg and then pull it through and shoot your knee behind their knee and catch it.
Get that sound.
Yeah, that's a great move.
I was watching Craig Jones's breakdown on Marigali. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good breakdown as well.
That was a good breakdown.
Yeah, I think with leg locks, people can just spin out like most of the time.
Actually, what was good was I don't know if you watched this as well. The YouTube breakdown of the what's the one that had to grab two legs? The V-lock. No,
Z-lock.
Z-lock. Yeah, the
Z-lock.
V-lock. Did you watch that vid?
I got a shout out in it again.
You got a shout out for
I keep getting
fucking
a
up
shout out from this
Wagner's.
guy. He fucking loves me.
He loves you, man.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
does.
Who is
He
it?
actually
Press
does.
more involved. He fucking loves me.
He loves you,
and
man.
I love him for it.
What's the what's the video again? Less impressed.
More involved, yeah. This is the guy. Yeah.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, shout out to him again. He gets another shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about the evolution of how like people like more people are getting better at escaping from saddle. So now they're transitioning to better outside heel hooks and the Z-lock.
He was basically saying to just control both legs, go back to controlling both legs and work from there, which is like, would be nice if you could, sort of thing. I think it's hard. I think it's hard to get both of people's legs. Also, when they're sweaty, I feel like you should just stop doing leg locks. If people are mad sweaty, they're just going to rip their leg out one way or another, and it's not worth the time. Better off trying to wrestle or try and choke them or something if it's super sweaty.
Get to their back.
Yeah, that's what I found. Once
Yeah.
you get slippery, you just...
For the girls' legs are so slidey.
Yeah, exactly.
So we shave. Well, not all of us, but
Yeah.
which is fine.
Shave and
Just really
moisturize.
Yeah, that's my defense, to be honest.
Shave and moisturize.
I just
Some people do moisturize. Fucking
Yeah.
Christian, bro.
Christian moisturize.
He said he put some moisturizer on the night before. Like as soon as first round, I grabbed him and I grabbed his wrist and it just slipped off. And I was like, bro,
First round.
it's an open mat. You don't have to grease for the open mat.
Yeah. And what's he saying? He's defending.
Well, he told me that he moisturized last night.
Right.
So it's coming out through his sweat now. It's a very classic tactic.
Do you train a lot of leg locks as well?
I don't really do them much, but like defense definitely. Yeah. Especially because I like passing and I like to be quite I like flow passing. Yeah. So I have to, if I'm going to be loose with my passing, I have to make sure I'm.
Got good defense.
Yeah.
Well, you prefer more gi stuff, yeah?
Yeah, to be honest. Yeah, I do prefer gi. Sorry. Yeah, I love no-gi as well, but like that's the side piece.
That's the side
That's
piece.
the side piece, but my husband is the gi. Like gi, like I know ADCC has way more hype and was like a lot of people consider it the bigger tournament, but like my biggest goal was gi worlds.
Yeah.
Because for me it was like the hardest one, because I'm definitely better no-gi.
Yeah.
Than I am in the gi, which is funny because I prefer the gi.
What
It's just
about
my
the
style.
laundry though?
That
Like,
is, yeah, no,
it's
it's
serious.
it is,
issue with
it's
the gi.
depressing, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's depressing. Yeah, agreed.
You hate the laundry, man.
I'm actually considering getting like a heated, what's it called, clothes horse.
Oh, the winter dyke thing. What's it
don't know
called?
what
It's called a
it's
winter.
called.
It's there's
Winter what?
It's honestly, it's called like a. Someone said it to me, and I was like,
A winter dyke.
It's called like
I don't think we can say that, can we?
honestly, it's called like the word dyke is involved in that setup. I swear, honestly.
IKE.
Yeah.
Or
DYKE.
Oh, Y.
I'm not sure about that.
Jamie, we need a Jamie to pull this up.
No,
I
we'll
swear.
just follow through with it.
Say again.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Anyway, drying frame. We'll
Yeah.
call
Yeah,
it.
with like a heated one though, so it dries quicker. Because yeah, if it's all well and good if you live in like Spain or Brazil or something, but here it's just not gonna dry.
You hate
They
the
just
laundry,
don't
man.
wash them in Brazil, do they?
Yeah, just leave them in the
Ah,
sun,
leave 'em
bro.
in the sun. You're
The sun will clean them.
You'll never go back to gear.
Nah, probably not at this point. I'll do it for money.
Yeah.
Yeah, for enough money. I'll
If
play football for enough money
If
too.
the price is right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, if the price is right, I'll do it, but it has to be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like no-gi is more rewarding, for sure.
Like financially or
Financially, yeah.
yes,
Like,
especially where it's going. now.
although I got paid more for gi worlds than I did for ADCC.
Oh really?
So,
From
maybe not, yeah.
From IBJJF.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
How
wow.
much they pay you?
7,000.
But isn't
They go by numbers in the division. They don't go off
ADCC
gender.
10K?
Hmm?
Isn't it 10 or 15K for ADCC?
No, not if you're a woman.
Oh, I
Owen.
see. Oh, I see.
Wow.
No.
How much you get?
5,000.
5,000.
Yeah,
that's
probably
kinda
the drummer
bullshit.
got paid more than me, probably.
That's kind of bullshit.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
5K.
Yeah.
Would you expect to see that go up in years to come?
No.
Do you think
And
so?
I don't think they're going to add a division either.
Really? That was one of the questions.
That
actually.
was, this has been brought up for years and nothing happens.
Just 2 divisions.
Yep.
Wow.
I think 60 is kind of light, is it not? For the cut-off point for...
It's incredibly
Two
light
divisions?
because I would say I'm a fairly muscular gal and I'm 60 kilos. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like they could have so many more divisions. During like, I'm quite light. And then, I don't know. It's like they could have, there's so many girls who are really good in under 70 and under 80. And then they're just like losing all those. And then there's
Yeah.
girls who are like
Yeah, because of Gabby.
under 55. Well, like not
Fuck,
even though. I
Gabby's,
feel
yeah.
it just looks ridiculous, right? Like, no offense, it's not Gabby's fault. It's just how it's worked out.
Yeah.
But it looks like a joke. So then no one's gonna take it seriously.
Yeah, they're never around.
She's huge.
She's
man.
bigger than
me.
the men in your division. Do you
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's,
she really
She
is.
She really is, yeah. What divisions would you have if in like an
Small.
ideal world? Would you do like a 54 kg, a 58 kg, and like a 65 kg?
the gap for men is like 10 kilos, right? Like that's
Oh, you
even
just go-
pretty big. But you could go like
50, 60, 70.
you do like 55, 65, 75.
Oh, that's better.
I think 3 divisions isn't enough, even 4, because there's enough girls now.
Yeah.
Like if you actually follow the women's divisions, there's plenty of women to fill them out.
Yeah.
Like who's number one did like the shows with the 52 I think it was 52 kilo, and then they did under 70. I might get the weights wrong because it's in pounds.
Yeah.
But and they stacked them full of people. So there's the talent there, and you have to also think if there's 2 divisions for women, if you're plus 60 kilos, let alone there's issues under 60 as well, because you can make like 3 divisions out of that.
Yeah.
Because you tend to have like lighter women, like a lot of the lighter women. But in plus 60, if I was plus 60, I wouldn't bother focusing on ADCC at all. What's the point? Because I have to fight Gabby. If I don't have to fight Gabby, and I'm, even just with her, there's plenty of other women who outweigh me by like 20 kilos then.
Yeah,
If I'm
like-
65 or 70, I either have to starve myself down to under 60. Like I think Bia Mosquito did like the 10 kilo weight cut to get under 60.
Yeah, yeah.
Like for 3 days in a row. That's crazy.
And the ADCC weighing is pretty savage as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Also, 10
especially
kilos is a lot when you're only 70 kilos.
Yeah.
big time, man.
Yeah.
Especially for the make it over 3 days. If you go do
What's the other choice? Do
Feeling
plus
terrible.
60. Do
Yeah.
plus 60 and fight Gabby. You don't have a
Yeah,
chance. So
yeah.
why would you bother focusing on no-gi
But the
or
crowd
focusing
will
on
always back
ADCC?
you if you fight Gabby.
but I might have a life-changing injury.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because she's not going to go
But the
light,
crowd will back
but she
you.
could break my neck.
That's-
Brain, like,
I think she could break my neck too.
it's like you wouldn't even consider having Lucas Lepre in a division with Buchacha. You wouldn't even consider it. He does do absolute sometimes, but like you wouldn't even consider it. You'd be like, that's so stupid, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
But in the women's, it's like, oh, like even with matchmaking on shows, people were like, oh, you can fight her. I'm like, that one's 30 kilos heavier than me.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's fine though. And you're like, that's not fine. Like that's incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
I'll do an absolute, but I sign up to the absolute. I'm not forced into it because there's no one else.
It's your choice to do it. Yeah.
It's just stupid. It's like such a different standard. Like just expected to fight people who outweigh you by so much.
Yeah.
Like even doing like Euros. So I'm going a big like rant now, but like
Get
I did
off,
Euros
get
at
off.
absolute as a
That's
lightweight, and like I won, and then Musumeci did it, and he fought a chap in the first round who was massive,
Oh yeah.
and
chap.
it was like, oh my god.
I
It was
saw
just-
that guy. He looks ridiculous in real life.
Yeah, it's
He
just-
fought Mark McQueen.
Shout out Mark
This the
McQueen.
guy-
We
Yeah,
love
shout out
Mark
Mark.
McQueen.
You should keep shouting him out. He needs it. But yeah, he
Love
fought
that
Mark
guy.
McQueen in the trials, and Mark McQueen lost him.
Oh, that huge
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah,
fucking
he's
guy.
like-
Yeah, he's like
a
oh,
mountain.
young Wesley thought he was like 200 kgs or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Wow. Musumeci beat him.
yeah.
He did, yeah.
Savage.
He didn't. He just stood in the middle of the mat and just turned his feet like 1 degree at a time to keep facing Mark. It was ridiculous.
That's a joke, man.
He is just so big.
And he obviously got beaten in the trials. What happened?
Yeah, he didn't win. I imagine.
He just
Honestly,
fell over and was
someone must have done like a fake. If he
He just
scrawls,
fell
it's over. It's over. Sometimes I wonder how these people don't get a heart attack though.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like
No, honestly.
We train that much as well.
It's
Like,
like
we train a lot.
You have to think about how like well maybe he doesn't train that much, but like how much food you actually need to fucking eat to do
Yeah.
that. It is insane.
and like imagine him pulling guard or something and just the weight of his body like squashing his lungs and all this. Just terrible.
That's gonna be bad for you, man. Real bad.
Yeah. Sometimes I spar with people that are super overweight, and I'm like, is this guy gonna fucking die? Like,
Just wheezing, yeah.
yeah, it's just like shoulder pressuring them and wondering if they're gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
He's got
Damn.
kids.
He's got a family. Yeah, it would be hard to be overweight doing jiu-jitsu, man.
Yeah.
It's a
Definitely.
tough sport. Imagine how tired you get.
It'd be fun on top though.
Yeah.
Also, like the wedging would be perfect because you just.
But this
you are a
depends as well.
blanket.
Like I've rolled with like guys who are like 140, and it's like they don't feel the same as someone who's like super strong like you, like 90 kgs.
Yeah.
It's just not the same.
Yeah.
No, of course they're heavy, but it's not the same pressure.
It's when you get on their back, but you're not on their back. You can't physically get
You're
points.
just like
like I go on the back ones, like because my hooks didn't reach around really.
no points.
You don't get points.
No point.
It's like
No
yeah, but I'm on their
point.
back.
Penalty.
This is on the back so I can get.
So, right, do you cut weight to make the under 16?
No, not anymore. I used to do featherweight. I was under 58.5
Yeah.
in the gi, so I was like 56.5 without the gi,
Yeah.
and that was bad.
Under 55. Yeah. that's
I
a big
do like
cut.
dehydration every time.
Yeah. Same day weighings, dehydration.
Yeah.
Healthy
Yeah.
shit.
Do really well. No,
man.
no.
We're
Did
gonna
awful.
debunk a lot of this evening with the fight dietitian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Get to talk about it.
Yeah, big time.
I can tell you how bad it was.
So, now we talk, so you're currently in a cal deficit at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
ish. So you're cutting down to what weight again?
It's 125 pounds, which I think it's 57 kilos.
57 kgs. So
Yeah.
you're doing that slowly over a period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's that going?
Yeah, it's I just can't train properly. I can't roll at the moment. Well, I rolled this weekend in Amsterdam.
Oh, because of the injury.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when it was all with girls, so I thought it was a good chance to get back rolling a little bit.
Yeah.
Because my MCL.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's fine. I'm not that hungry because I'm not really training much.
Yeah.
But then like, my diet over the weekend was really difficult.
It'll have to change. They will have to adjust things once you start training again.
Yeah.
You have to make some differences for that, especially on
been-
carbohydrates, fueling.
Mhm.
How's your cals going?
It's all right. I eat most of the time at night. I don't think it's very evenly spaced throughout the day. I try and space it out as well as possible. Most of the time, it's like get home late, eat 1 to 2 meals back to back,
Yeah.
and then go to bed.
Big cows. Do you sleep well?
Yeah, I
From
sleep
eating that
well.
big
Yeah, it's just the amount of time that I sleep isn't good.
Yeah.
I've got to adjust schedule. Too much traveling in the morning, basically.
Yeah.
Fucking sucks. But yeah, the eating is good though. I can't lie.
Yeah,
Get lots of snacks.
cows are there, proteins there.
Yeah, cows there, protein's there. Also, if the protein's not there, I'll just have a shake if I like. Yeah, exactly. And it's actually like nice shakes.
Yeah.
Don't have to be disgusting.
No, you put ice cream in it still? Sometimes.
No, don't do that. These days I'm just.
That was to when you're on the game train.
Actually trying to get as much as possible. Yeah, now I feel like I just eat more consistently throughout the day, and then it's easy.
Just maintain.
Yeah, and if needs be, protein shake, and it's done.
Yeah.
And yeah, creatine in the morning.
Easy runs.
Make sure I'm hydrated.
Are you
Exactly.
bugged in?
Am I? Not really. I'm continuing to try and get. I think I'd rather be just as heavy as possible.
Yeah, it's
That would be
definitely
the
more
goal.
fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just get to like 150 kilos. Imagine.
To be fair, I wish I could wake up as like a 90-kilo man. Just wake up, just like, and then go train and see that's like. Must be.
Yeah,
nice.
it's much easier if you're stronger.
Freaky Friday between two.
That'd be so. But like you still got your own brain, but you just wake up and I'd love to see what it's like.
Just a jacked human being.
It's much better if you're just much bigger and stronger
Imagine
than people.
crossface.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get
all
absolutely
these
tossed off
things.
all the time.
You're already fucking strong to start with before we started strength training, so I imagine it just escalated things once you
Yes.
actually got really
Funny,
strong.
yeah.
It just
You can see how just being really strong would help. Like,
shout out Mark McQueen.
It's much more fun being strong.
Yeah.
And like I really appreciate the people that don't go to weights and they're like train with you and stuff, and they're like, oh, you don't need to do weights, but
You do.
that's
man.
fine. You can not do weights, and I'll do weights.
I really think you do. For I don't want to say injury prevention because you can never prevent an injury, but it's certainly going to help your tendons and ligaments and muscles and put them in the best possible scenarios so you don't get a catastrophic injury.
Yeah.
But also being super strong and having stronger muscles, tendons and ligaments, you recover much faster. You probably both notice once you start lifting again, your overall recovery from jits and from weights training over time gets much better.
Yeah, I just feel way better.
Way better.
So much better. Even just going back to it recently because I had that big bit of time off, basically 6 months almost.
Yeah.
And then going back to it and realize, oh my god, that would have been so much easier if I just stayed consistent throughout.
Massively.
It's made it way harder for myself.
You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just do super fucking basic shit squat, bench, deadlift, squat, do some single leg work, some pressing, pulling, done. That's it.
And it's a skill as well. Being strong is a skill. I've seen people moaning about, oh, this person was really strong, and just sort of moaning about them being strong in their division. But it's you can go and do weight training as well. Just because you can get stronger.
Especially if it's your job to
You
do a
should be.
sport.
Yeah.
Professional
The
athlete.
least people 9-to-5ers go to the gym.
Yeah.
Often, regularly. You don't have any excuse. This is your whole job.
Yeah, you should be finding ways to lift weights.
Yeah.
There's plenty of stuff on YouTube.
Really, you need a PT though.
Shout out to the Charles Sullivan Price online
You just
Sign
need
up here.
someone to disappoint if you don't make it.
Yeah, you love that
That's the
disappointment
key.
factor.
Yeah.
You can't disappoint. You get because if it's just you and you're just relying on yourself, you can be like, I'll just push
I'm
it.
already disappointed in myself.
Yeah.
So what's another day of self-hatred?
Can't get any worse.
Yeah. No, it makes a big difference, man.
Yeah.
Big difference for recovery.
Yeah, more fun. You can just do more moves as well. You can attempt more moves and more frequently if you're.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
More, I don't know, shooting for a leg or something will take some energy. If you're just stronger, you can do it more often around.
Yeah.
So I get tired.
Exactly. So what do you call work capacity? So it's talking about say people going, oh, what cardio do you do for jiu-jitsu? How do I increase my gas tank? It's we spoke about this last time. Number 1, improve your fucking nutrition. What does that look like? Are you getting too tired because you're not eating properly? 2, in the weights room should be before the cardio stuff because are you super strong? Adding supersets in, doing exercises straight after each other increases your capacity to work harder.
Yeah.
So then with more strength and strength capacity, you can practice more moves on mats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's key.
Which key detail?
More practice.
And I've been real lucky in not getting. Oh my god, touch wood now. Is this wood? Yes. I think this. I have not been properly in. Obviously, I got injured at ADCC again, but it was very much a forceful injury. There was I don't know had accidental injuries or just from being weak or whatever. I don't really get injured much.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You
I say that I'm gonna instantly break my back.
Yeah, lift.
Say that. You're gonna get injured. And then one.
But weights, it's not it's a misleading term, injury prevention. You're not going to prevent, and if an injury is going to happen, it's going to happen. Like Owen trying to DDT people in the gym 5-6 times in a row. He's got really strong legs. If you're tired, you can still get injured for sure, but it's going to help the capacity which you can recover from, and potentially decrease the severity of the injury potentially. But I mean, depends. If someone puts on a fucking savage heel hook, you're fucked.
You see that ABI one?
Yeah, we wanted to break this down. Yeah, this is a question. What are your thoughts on this?
I just saw it. What are my thoughts? Just horrible. Yeah, well.
People are like,
what? Like,
if you know someone's that fat and they get a good bite, I would tap instantly before.
It was too late. It was too late. From entanglement to heel catch. The guy, have you seen this?
Yeah.
Oh my
I feel
God.
like the guy was bridging.
What's up?
I feel like he was bridging before he even caught the heel. Like he was already turning and bridging and didn't even know that he'd caught the heel. He just assumed he was gonna rip that, and he did. I feel like when fat people get the heel, there's so much weight like crushed on top of your foot.
It's a lot of fat phobia in this podcast, though. And
No.
I'm just saying how it helps. Sometimes it's helpful to be overweight, and because you can put more weight down on the heel. And then it's harder for them to slip it, and he just fucking ripped it.
Here we go. We'll get this up on the.
Oh, you have.
We'll go no audio so it doesn't get blocked.
Oh, actually, I think I did see this.
I didn't see the whole clip.
Sorry, no offense.
The hair, no offense.
That's pretty cool.
Oh look, you need to put toner on that. First of all. Oh fuck!
Do you see what I mean? It's just like as soon as he gets the heel, poof.
He needs to do a second bleach, and he needs to tone his hair. Just a side note.
The hair is awful.
That's all I could look at.
What do you think about the move?
Have you seen The Big Lebowski?
But yeah, it doesn't even look.
Kind of reminds me of that.
What's that?
The Big Lebowski.
This reminds me of the Johnny Grippo one.
yeah, a little bit.
When he rips it.
Yeah, it's a savage. But it's a tournament, right? They're getting potentially paid like 50 grand. Like you gotta.
Yeah, like.
Is it 50 Gs?
Yeah, up to 50 Gs, I think. If you get all subs.
Up to big cash. I mean.
Look, if it's the local, during like a grappling industries, and it's during like.
Not cool.
Well, I don't know, like.
It's competition, though, right?
If you're a professional and that, not. But like, I'm sorry, like something like that or ADCC, I'm gonna rip it.
Yeah, right. That's what I thought. That's what I thought the reaction from each would be. It'd be like, just go for it. Yeah.
It's the fact that he ripped it and the other guy wasn't moving. It's not like they were both spinning and he was ripping it. It's like the other guy had basically just stopped and started screaming, and he just ripped it all the way across.
Oh.
Yeah. Like surely he knows that's gonna happen. Like, but it was too late.
The other guy should have tapped a bit earlier, or should have like gone with it as he was tapping. Maybe he's taking a bit of pressure, so it didn't just look like his foot got twisted like 180.
Yeah.
And like when you're doing it in a tournament and you're going flat out, I feel like you can't even register what's happening. During like you just like, I go through the motion and then
That was a savage fucking heel.
Yeah.
Damn.
Gotta learn good heel hook defense.
Yeah.
Just a gentle reminder to make sure
you
you
practice.
practice.
Gym and do heel hook defense.
Yeah.
Every day.
Or just like Wagner, just eat it.
Just eat it. Yeah.
Have you seen that Owen's fight?
Yeah.
That's savage.
I saw him being wheeled around afterwards as well. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Shout out to Wagner. What a monster.
Bro.
Well, we still got some more questions here. Skincare routine.
Wow.
Question for Owen.
It wasn't necessarily, but I assume.
I can only assume.
Assuming. Well, I like soap.
Shout out to Frank's Battle Soap, man.
Frank's Battle Soap again gets a shout out. I don't think they pay me enough for that. But here we are anyway.
Leave them the bill.
Yeah.
We'll send them a bill.
Yeah, we'll send them a bill. That'd be good. Yeah, Frank's Battle Soap. That's my skincare routine.
Jokes aside, like, regardless of Frank's Battle Soap or not, like, having like some kind of antibacterial soap is actually important. Do you use antibacterial soap for?
Yeah, I use. It sounds really weird, but I use like anti-dandruff shampoo on my skin once a week.
Okay.
And, like on my face as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm so scared of getting ringworm.
Does that kill ringworm?
I don't know, but this is not science based. So, but
this is the science.
I'm more of a staffy queen. You know, I get staph.
Regularly?
So not for a while.
I feel like that's another just underfeeding one, isn't it?
Whenever I'm run down, I get staph.
Yeah.
Feeding
coming.
calories, protein intake, calories.
Yeah.
But also like some kind of like antimicrobial soap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got to use your retinol, your exfoliation, Doreen. It's really funny actually. There was a at East Coast there was a group chat and like someone got a skin infection, and you know obviously everyone's like, oh, you have to make sure you check your skin and stuff. And it was really funny to see the men discovering, you know, those sponges
Oh, the exfoliating things.
Yeah, and they were like, guys, there's this thing. And I was like, okay, you don't use that anyway. That you got to exfoliate your body with this sponge.
Piece of foil.
Yeah, this foam thing, and they were like putting a picture of it in the group and saying, everyone get this, as this was the answer to ring with. And I was like, that's just like exfoliating your skin. You don't do that. Do you not do that every week? Like, what's going on? But it was really funny to see them.
Do that.
Nah, I don't think so.
No way.
They also don't wash between their crack and stuff like that.
Yeah, no way.
They won't even know.
Wash
Do you
your
wash
crack?
it?
Yeah.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
This isn't a circus.
But you got a girlfriend though, right? And you both got good. So
Yeah.
you wash the crack.
Wash
but
the crack.
those that don't have a partner, sometimes I wonder, do they wash the crack?
You're looking at me. You probably have a stinky crack.
Keep away from north south.
Yeah, stay the fuck away
No
from
triangles.
Yeah.
Nothing like of the sort.
Yeah. So there we go. Skincare routine's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just.
But I think that is
I
a key.
don't think training fucks up your skin though. Definitely.
So
Like
yeah.
if I miss some days of training, I feel like your skin will be great compared to training.
Yeah,
I
like
look
that.
double
spots,
my
I got a few
age.
spots on me as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, from
I got-
training, just
yeah.
bad.
I got pimples. Yeah.
Do you? From training?
Oh my god, my skin's horrific, especially during camp.
Really?
I look like a bag. I look like double my age. Just because
it's just fucking roughing up, especially in the gi.
Yeah, cauliflower face.
Cauliflower
I have
face.
cauliflower face. I moisturize so much. I oil myself.
Yeah.
Then I feel greasy though. If you train and then do the soap, you get dry skin. Then you moisturize, you get double oily at the end of it.
Yeah.
So what can you do?
In London, my skin's fucked, man. I used to get really bad
What eczema?
eczema.
Yeah.
Honestly, since I started cleaning up my diet, though, eating much more nutrient dense foods, lots more greens, my skin has cleared up a lot.
Nice.
But
Glad to hear it.
moisturize. What the fuck are we talking about
I
here?
know, right, let's move on.
As soon as you answered like that, I was like,
Guys.
what the fuck are we talking about here? Here's a proper question. Jet lag. I can't remember how the question goes. How do you respond to jet lag over short trips?
Over short trips, I try not to do short trips
Yeah.
for a competition. Do you
First
mean?
and foremost.
Yeah, for a tournament. I mean, if it's for seminars and stuff, I will absolutely. But for a tournament where I'm much more careful around it. I used to do I remember because I couldn't afford it. I remember as a pivot belt doing Nogi Worlds and I was falling asleep in the bullpen
Oh shit.
between my matches, despite the anxiety. So how tired was I? Because I was only there for 3 days.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford to be there any longer. So I was literally dying. But now I went out to America for 3 months at a time,
Sick.
twice in a row. So
That's
I was
pretty easy.
pretty fresh.
That's
That's
an easy
well
adjustment.
adjusted. I
Yeah.
went a week before.
I thought you went 2 weeks before. You went 1 week.
10 days.
10 days.
10 days before,
We
basically.
went at the same time, yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty useful, I think.
Big time.
Going there 2 days before, you just feel, even if you feel good the first day after, because you timed it well with the flight, you're still going to feel fucking weird after a little while. You're going to be sleepy at 4 p.m.
Did you train straight away? Or did you wait a bit?
No, I slept and then trained the next day. I didn't train this. Also,
As you
very
learned.
careful after the flights and training. Don't want to
yeah.
get injured. You think it's okay, but you're probably very stiff from there.
It's not okay, man. You get so
CC.
much fucking fluid, but build up in your spine and your fucking joints and shit. This could be
Yeah.
bro science, but I just imagine so you just get inflamed.
That's how I feel anyway.
Yeah, that's
my
what happened.
truth.
That's what happened to Giles, no? You got it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, hurt his rib, and that's probably because he was sat on the thing for so long, 25-hour flight. He said.
It's bad, man. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going to
from
Australia next week. It's
Australia.
30 hours door to door. It's a big trip.
Fuck that.
It's not worth it.
If you're there, just stay there and never
It's
stop.
literally not
You're
worth
going. We're going next year.
Go
Giles Eoghan experience it.
halfway. Yeah, I'll go halfway. I'll live in what's halfway
Singapore, Thailand. She's still on the trip now. You're gonna go to
That's
Thailand.
not halfway though. Halfway would be
That's literally half. That's half.
half.
Well, Dubai. No, halfway would be
something like Dubai sounds like halfway. Actually, no. Yeah,
no.
you're
So
probably
dude,
right,
it's this. It's 8. What you want to do is do the longest stint first, and then the shortest stint last. If you do the short stint first, then say if you go to Dubai first, then Dubai to Sydney, that's awful because you do 8 hours there, then you got a 14-hour flight after that. So do Asia first, so Singapore or China or whatever. No, don't do China. Do go Singapore.
Just dread it.
Just do. We're gonna do it next year, man.
I dread it so much. So.
So you're going to Thailand.
Yeah. I'm
and
not
then-
going to hang around there for a while.
Exactly. Get accustomed and then
Yeah. And then I think
even going to America is like fucking long.
yeah.
Yeah,
New York's
LA
good,
was-
only 5 hours. Oh no, 6.
Yeah, that's still long. That's
It is.
I can't.
That's a short flight for me now.
I can't do that.
We need to up the podcast game so we can just get paid tickets first class.
Oh, I know.
Is there nothing faster than a plane? Just, I don't know.
If there was a
Maybe
bed
a
on the
bit-
plane, I'd be
Bizzo,
fine.
Bizzo
Yeah,
class
bed,
does
yeah.
make a difference. I've flown it once. It's fucking good.
Do you get a bed?
Yeah, you get
Okay, a bed,
you
then.
recline like fully.
Oh,
It is the
That
king.
makes it okay.
Mate, it's
I
easy.
guess,
You're
yeah.
just like, fuck it, I'll just go to sleep.
yeah.
And you're lying down.
If you can sleep seated, it's all right.
I can't.
I can't do that unless I don't want to. Then you seem to be falling asleep like as you're seated. But yeah,
So I went to Australia in May and then in March, and you get to a point where you're like, I just want to get off this fucking plane.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
can't. You're stuck. You just need to accept that.
just walk around up and down the aisle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
On the screaming child, is it? Oh, I can't. Look, I'm sorry.
Noise
no.
cancelling headphones.
Yeah, I bought those
the
straight after one
whole
flight.
time. The whole time. I have the headphones on the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm not coming off like ruined by a child.
No.
Like, I understand they're a child, they can't help it, but I'd really rather they didn't exist. So, like, I know they can't help it, and I feel bad for the parents, but I don't feel that bad for the parents at the same time. Do you know, I'm like, not bad enough.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm one of those people that
Fucking
can we have
kids.
adult-only flights, please? Look, I don't like kids. I'm sorry. Look, there's a reason I don't have them. I'd rather you
Yeah,
not
they
be on the
can't
flight.
have
with me.
Screaming kids, get off the
Mm.
flight.
I know they can't help it. I just don't want them to be part of.
Get off the flight.
Yeet them out the window.
Too many motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
They are little snakes, though, aren't they?
They are.
Huh?
They
Yeah.
know they're
Awesome.
being loud.
You're a
they
little
know it's
fucking
wrong.
snake.
They
You're a
know.
little snake in the grass there.
Yeah, snake.
You're a
Rat.
fucking rat. Kettlebells.
Oh,
What about them?
I think the question was like, do you do kettlebells and what do you think about them?
Shout out to Sylvia.
Sylvie does. I think they're great for grip training.
Can be.
Yeah, like for keeping grip tension for a long period of time.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the
good.
main thing. And
Yeah.
like, I guess just spine health is really good for spine.
Yeah, look, you can do anything with kettlebells. The problem
Yeah.
that people run into is that the volume will just become too high over time. So either you have like a kettlebell that's like way too heavy for you, or like some that are way too light. So you need like an assortment of kettlebells to do like different exercises through. Like
Yeah,
you
that
could
would
just
be
be like,
good.
I'm just gonna do Turkish get-ups like all the time. It's like, yeah, but you're just gonna have to keep doing more and more and more
Derek
and more
Lewis.
until Derek Lewis
Stand
just stand up until it becomes not effective. So like kettlebells are awesome tools. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
you're better off if you have some more variety, more
Yeah.
options to. So like a deadlift, there's only so many. Like the kettlebell will only go up to like 50 kgs or like maybe even 90
true.
kgs, but like if you can deadlift 150 kgs, you're not going to get much stimulus from the 50 kilo kettlebell. Therefore, you'd have to
Yeah.
do far more reps, and then it's like, does that stimulus become
Yeah.
useful?
I think
Potentially
it's
not.
very similar to training jiu-jitsu. When you do kettlebells, after you're finished, it feels a lot more like a jiu-jitsu session than just doing weights.
It depends on the workout, yeah.
I guess true that. It's just the workouts I was doing, I guess.
Depends on what you're doing. You can
Yeah.
do a whole bunch of stuff with kettlebells. I do some stuff, but not too much. I prefer just to use dumbbells, barbells, some body weight movements.
Sylvie sent me his whole thing. It was like
You love-
swings, then clean.
Yeah,
Is clean lifting it off the floor?
cleans up.
Yeah, swings then clean, swing then jerk, and then swing then press,
Yeah,
and then squats at the end.
he's a bit of a savage.
Yeah,
He's going to become more of a savage. He's on the proper gains.
Yeah.
He's deadlifting, he's squatting, he's benching, he's doing all the right shit.
He used to do it as well. I'm pretty sure he used to bodybuild.
No doubt.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah, he said he did. Yeah.
He said he used to just do weights for a bit, and then he got back into wrestling and jiu-jitsu and stuff.
That guy's a tank. Do you do kettlebells? Have you done much kettlebell stuff?
I bought one in lockdown, and then I ended up using it as like a doorstop.
Nice.
Yeah.
Superior usage.
Yeah. No, I tried to play with it in lockdown.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, like I couldn't get hold of one first of all because everyone had the exact same idea.
Yeah.
So
Got mine right before.
I was smart. There
It's
we go.
216.
You were ready.
Too light for you.
I was ready.
Yeah.
So yeah, I couldn't really get much out of it, and then I was depressed, so I didn't do much exercise at all.
Did you not train much during lockdown?
Well, I did, and then it got really, really depressing.
What,
As time
training
went
the
on.
same place all the time?
Yeah, it was just me and like Marcus were training together, which was good. But then obviously we were both getting more stressed because there was no end in sight, and they're like, "Oh, we're extending it," And then like we started training with other people as well, but it's like a really small group of us. And then it just got like I was training, but it was just kind of sad training.
Meanwhile, you had the training of a lifetime.
Max and Sylvie just every day. I dreaded it though, don't get me wrong, because it was no rest rounds obviously, and it was just Max and Sylvie over and over. So it was fucking hard basically. There was no like easy rounds, and you get back to like normal classes. Like Jesus Christ, that was a long 2 years. Fucking hell, but that was a great bit of training. Like hard training with Max and Sylvie, then teach privates out of the shed for the rest of the day.
The shed.
Yeah, the shed, my little shed.
They got a hole in the roof. Didn't repair it. So good in the middle of winter.
Nice.
Fuck man.
Great.
Preventing Kneecuts. Ffion, let's go.
Preventing Kneecuts. You can't stop with the knee cut. Sorry.
Great. Just go to the church and pray. Don't go to competitions.
Having a really good reverse heaver, I'd say, or like going to like a K guard.
Yeah.
To defend, like so having the foot across the far hip, so it's really difficult to then to get through. But like having a good reverse heaver and like using it to like elevate them to spin underneath.
Yeah.
I like doing that.
Get some leverage.
Yeah.
Time the spin under.
Yeah.
That would be my answer as well. Yeah, prevent the knee and cross shoulder post all the time, but not too straight that they can bump it off.
You like the tap method?
Yeah, not just even if you're not tapping it, just keep it a bit bent so they can't like palm the grip off and get that underhook.
Yeah.
You know, I think we did that a while ago, like slapping it off and taking the underhook.
That's sick. That'll be good for just the tip.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been done before though. People have showed it quite a lot.
But not from me.
No, I haven't shown it yet, but it's, that'll be mine to show.
What's this last one? Ffion strategies for
instructionals.
Yeah.
Strategies for instructional.
As in how you watch your instructional.
Oh God, my own. That's sad.
Are you on BJJ Fanatics?
No.
Really? Did they ask you?
They did ages ago, but it was complicated. It's like a few things. Like I was doing it with a grapple club, so.
Got it.
Yeah. But.
Watching that pod with Smith, like the email marketing thing, we're gonna try to set that up for this pod.
That's good.
You should definitely try and like get that going yourself as well.
How long ago was that podcast and I still haven't done it?
That was a year ago. I was watching it. It was like August 2021 with James Smith.
But what am I emailing people? That's what I didn't understand. He's talking about it for ages, and I was like, "What's he on about?"
You can literally sell lists of emails, though, can't you?
No, but if you have a big following, you have a very engaging following as well. Like what you would do is like you just create like an email list, and like within that email list, like we would send out like, okay, here's our tip of the week, here's our podcast for the week, here's some like stuff that we're working on, and you just keep sending out like free useful content, and then as well as that, hey, if you like this and you want to see more of it, here's my my paid subscription, where it could be like. It could be Patreon, could be anything where it's like
OnlyFans.
That's a legit thing now.
That's legit.
It is.
Yeah. Or a wiki feet or something like that.
Well,
if you want to see my feet,
it's gonna have
Ffions OnlyFans, and it's just all jiu-jitsu content.
It is tempting. yeah. The temptation is there because people make a lot of money off it. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but it could be like so you said like you link them and then it's like you sparring and then you. This is what Roger Gracie TV does as well, like him recordings of like him sparring and him talking over his sparring. You pay like £5 a month, £10 a month for that. You get like 1,000 people on that.
How much is Roger Gracie TV?
£10.
Is that it?
A bargain.
£10
might actually get that.
It's good, yeah.
Does he spar Big Dave in it?
Yeah.
I'd like to watch that.
There's a lot of him sparring Charles, which is good.
Yeah, Charles, he is good.
Are you speaking in third person?
No, Charles Negromonte. There is some of him sparring me, but that's pointless to watch.
It might be fun though.
We
could commentate over it.
Someone asked, like, can I see the role of you and Roger? And I was like, why would you want to see what do you think is going to happen? Do you think I'm going to do anything to him? Like, as though it was a competitive round.
It's
like,
literally just you, like, cross-collar choking him.
It's him, like, he's so much better than me that he tries to let me do something and I still can't do anything. Like, he's like, the pass, and I just, like, fall over. He's like, okay.
Lols.
Yeah.
Instructing you. You don't have to hold back.
Yeah.
No, you can try. And I'm like, no, I really am.
I'm trying my best. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay, Ffion.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's Amber.
Okay.
Fiona. I'm like, oh, fuck's sake.
So I think this question was, do you have a strategy for watching instructionals?
I don't. I'm not really selling instructionals, especially not mine.
But I guess some context. Last time we talked about Owen, like he would watch, like, let's say a Gordon instructional. We know how much you love Gordon Ryan.
Big fan over here.
He'll watch a Gordon Ryan instructional or whatever instructional. Then he'll be like pick pieces. And
just watch the spar and then go back and basically watch the spar. If it's a Gordon one, because you don't want to watch the whole thing and then forget everything. Just watch the spar and then see what he does and then go back to that section.
Yeah.
So
I like watching competitions, to be honest. Like I'll watch matches more than I'll watch instructionals.
Nice.
And get ideas off them. And then if there's someone who's particularly good at a certain move, then I'll go and look up their instructional and then watch how they explain it. But what I've noticed with a lot of high level people, the way they teach isn't actually how they do it, and I used to do that as well, but not realize. I teach it how someone else taught it to me, and then when I'd actually look at how I was doing it, I was like, I actually don't do that at all when I actually do it in a round. So I would much rather watch people when they compete, especially when they're high level competitors,
because that's the more natural way they would do things.
Because
out of habit at that
point. You can see the specific reaction. Like I feel like a lot of people teach moves and they don't teach them off a reaction, they just teach them as a move. But if you see in comp, like he does this, then he does this, and then you can copy that for that specific scenario.
It's not that straightforward. You need to see the reaction, how they're going to react to it.
You need the specific scenario, and then it's worth just straight up copying a move if you've got a problem with something that people keep doing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
it's been like, and I think this has been our longest podcast to date.
Wow.
What time we start? Like 3:40. It's almost an hour and a half.
Jesus.
What's Tekka's sweaty versus not?
How do your techniques change when people are sweaty versus not?
Oh.
We kind of talked about that. I don't do leg locks when people are too sweaty, as in I stop bothering.
Yeah.
To try.
Yeah.
If they're a bit too moist, I just won't roll. And then you're gross.
The sweaty man
and they sweat onto your face.
You want a roll, love? You want a roll?
Yeah, it's always the sweatiest one. You're like, oh. Especially bald men are like the sweatiest breed of man.
Because the head doesn't soak anything in, right? Sometimes.
They're very wet. Yeah.
Shout out to bald men.
It's almost what you ever spar with people that are topless. Most disgusting thing.
I say no.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've had someone take off their top and then ask me to roll, and I was like, if you put that back on, I will, I'm not rolling if you've got a top on.
If they're sweaty plus hairy back and topless, that's the most disgusting thing. It's like
just take the hairs in your mouth and shit.
Yeah, ideally I wouldn't be like putting my mouth on their back, but even if you're getting an underhook and you can just feel like the sort of
you go through a carpet.
greasy hair, exactly, and your fingers running through it like
Austin
a
Powers.
balding old man,
like a balding
like you're rubbing a balding man's head. I guess it should be familiar, but
you're giving it the Monty Burns, man.
I need a haircut soon. I'm gonna just cut this and look like Islam Makhachev.
Inspiration.
I'm gonna convert, bro.
We've already spoken about Islam Makhachev, haven't we?
I can't wait. It's when the haircut could be the same upside down. That's the look I'm going for.
You're just going to full mo shape.
I'm just gonna see what it looks like. I'll maybe check out the little tash on the way as well.
The Hitler tash.
Yeah, just see what it's like. He didn't have
I think it's been long enough now since Hitler that we can bring it back.
Yeah.
Every time I shave, I give myself the ad off and I go to the missus, be like, "What do you think?"
Well, I don't want to lose this before I try it because the ad off is literally just that, and he clean shaves the rest.
Yeah.
So I don't want to clean shave the rest. I'm just gonna go via the ad off with the.
Could also be the Charlie Chaplin. People will be like looking at you, being like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" Be like, "This is Charlie Chaplin, man."
Yeah, that's probably the best way to go.
That's the best way, Charlie Chaplin. Yeah,
it's not the Charlie Chaplin.
It's the Adolf.
We know it's that, but we can pretend.
You can't even call your child Adolf. I feel like you couldn't even call your dog Adolf without being an anti.
One of my mates called his dog Adolf, little pug.
Really?
Yeah, the pug. Come here, Adolf. Come on, Adolf.
I mean, it's not like it's a nice name anyway. I think it's okay to retire it.
Yeah.
Kind of cute name, isn't it?
No.
Dolph.
Adolf O'Flanagan. Adolf O'Flanagan. I think we spent too long.
Wait, what's going on? How do we could go high? Okay, that's the end of the podcast.
Desk chair.
Are you stuck now?
I'm fine down here.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's probably time to end.
Alright, cool. Okay,
Yeah.
on that
How
note.
does it go up?
On that note.
Yeah, this is it.
So you don't have an instructional out yet?
Oh, I know. I've got several instructionals. Buy them,
Okay.
please. They're
What are they on? Grapple Culture.
Grapple Club.
Grapple Club.
And Jiu Jitsu X.
Yep.
And Grappler's Guide.
Grappler's guide. Nice.
Yeah.
Man, you're struggling with that, Jack.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I like to be low to the ground.
Yeah.
God.
And obviously you have some instructionals. Your
I
leg
have
locks.
one.
We know it. We
I
know
have
it.
one.
If you listen to the podcast, you know it, man.
Yeah, we keep shouting it out.
Shout out.
One more time.
Shout out to BJJ Fanatics leg lock variant.
Yeah.
Support the podcast. You know how to support the podcast? We need to subscribe, rate the podcast. Buy it on our Flanagan's BJJ Fanatics. Buy it. Don't steal it. And Charles Allen Price online programming. Dude, our Spotify. Shout out to all the people who rate us on Spotify.
Or is it going well?
We've got almost 75 star reviews,
Really?
Nice.
which is like more than like
Any lower star reviews?
no 0. It's we're
Really?
rock
I'm
solid
gonna go
5
and
star.
rank it 1 star now.
You'd think someone would by accident though.
Just to be a prick.
Yeah.
Well, some people are pricks. Like you
They're
look at
gonna
some,
do it now
you look
after
at some
this.
like ratings. Like I really enjoyed this restaurant, and it's like 3 stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, why did you do
Yeah,
that? I
what
was
the
like, loved
fuck's wrong with
it.
you?
3 star. 4 star. You're like, why just give it the extra star?
Give it the 5 star, you fucking pricks.
Why?
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're listening to this, you made it this far through. Remember, rate, like, subscribe, share the pod,
Yeah.
buy Ffions Instructionals, buy Flanagan's Instructionals,
Just plug everything.
and there we have it.
Please.
And make sure you don't rate 1 star if you enjoyed it.
Yeah,
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's just deeply weird.
Ffion, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Great to see you. Let's lift some
Great.
weights.
Great. Some say the hand's still out.
Guys,
Okay.
great to see you. See you next time.